Hello, everyone. My name is Nancy Alvarez, and I am the principal of Salina Primary School, in case you don't know me already. Today, I have a really amazing opportunity for you to be involved with something really special that we're going to do on our campus that we've never done before. I am going to include it in the newsletter, but I wanted to include this video as well to kind of help you have a better idea of what we're planning on doing at our school. So I have prepared a small presentation to share with you. And here it is. So we're going to have this event that's called Festival of Nations. It's going to be February 3rd from 8 to 10:30. It's something we've never done before, so we're super excited. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. So the Festival of Nations, what we want to do is, first of all, why do we even want to have a Festival of Nations? I'm going to share that with you now. And what is a Festival of Nations going to look like? And why you should volunteer on this day. So let's start with our why. So why are we doing this? So one of the reasons why we're doing it is because we want to expose our students to the world. We want them to feel proud and pride for the country, wherever they're from, their nationality, their culture. And we also want our students to learn about other cultures from across the globe, from all around the world. And then lastly is we want to create a school community that embraces and celebrates diversity. So that's the purpose for why we're doing this. So what will to expect? So what will the Festival of Nations look like? So on this day, we want our students to learn interesting facts about other cultures, about other countries. And so I have an example for you. So even though I was born in Miami, Florida, I did live in Guatemala for 3 years when I was a little girl, and that's where my mother was born. So I'm going to give you an example of if I was volunteering to host a booth to share with students something about Guatemala, like what I could share. So here we go. So I could share like the flag, what it looks like. I will maybe point out that look at the flag. There's a bird on this flag, and it's called a quetzal. And here's a picture of it. It has a long tail. It's actually a very small little bird. And here's a picture of it when it's flying. It's really beautiful. And here is a picture of the money from Guatemala. And the money from Guatemala is actually called quetzal. And so when you have many of them, the plural would be quetzales. So instead of dollars, they have quetzales. And then here's one of the instruments that's from Guatemala originally is called, you'll see it right here. These are called marimbas. And you hit them with mallets. And then there's also a picture of, these are our people from Guatemala that are wearing their traditional clothes. Now, they don't wear clothes like this every day. They wear clothes just like we do here in America, but on special occasions, they might wear their cultural clothes. And in Guatemala, there's also a large indigenous population that are called Mayas. So I would share something like that. So what we're looking for is, let me give you some other examples, is we're looking for parent volunteers that will host a booth. So here, I'm going to show you some examples from a school that did this. And like, here's an example of a booth from Botswana. And this is a country in South Africa. And we would provide you with the table. All you have to do is bring the artifacts. Here's another booth. This is Ghana, and this is another country in West Africa. I have a couple examples from India. Here's a table, a booth with artifacts from India. And I love it that the volunteers even wore their clothes from India, which is really neat for the kids to see. Here's another example. You see the flag and some artifacts and clothing. And then here's one that's from Italy. Here's an example of a booth from Mexico. A booth from Japan. And then, of course, we're going to encourage all of our students that day and our parents that participate to dress in any of their traditional clothing from whatever country they're from. So like if you're from America, you can wear whatever you wear normally, because that's what we wear here. But if you have clothes that are specific to the country, the nation where you're from, your family's from, then you could wear that. That would be neat for everybody to see, and we can learn about that. So we need you to make this happen for us. So we're looking for volunteers to host a booth, and the presentation will be 15 minutes and we'll rotate through 7 times. So you'll do the presentation 7 times and 7 groups of kids will come through, and you'll just have a 15-minute, really brief presentation to share about your country, your culture with students. And there's an application for you to fill out, and you can find it on our website. You can also find it on our Facebook page, and it will also be in the newsletter. And I hope that you really will consider being part of this Festival of Nations. And I just want to thank you in advance for bringing the world to our students.